Hello, my name is Mason J. Brooks, and I'm in a video. This video is directly addressing my second album that's coming out Friday, September 3rd. That is called Time Flies, and I just wanted to say that it took a lot to make this album. I think that just the concept of me calling it Time Flies is because after getting done with Lone Driver, I went straight into just the concept of it, and I was like, man, time really flew, because at that time, I keep saying time a lot, but I'm gonna keep this video short and honest. I wanted to make something that was similar to Lone Driver, but also different in the sense of like the personification of myself in every song. That's what I wanted to bring, but at the same time I wanted to be the duality of light and dark, and you know finding my way, especially because I've been doing music for only over a year, and I feel like what me getting better is pushing me. It's not people like saying, "Oh, your song is good." That's great and all, but at the end of the day, improvement is what motivates me. So, I think that's a big it's a big impact. They're gonna be. I feel this album was an experience for me. It allowed me to grow. It allowed me to interact with more people. It allowed me to find more people that have similar drives and help me with this album. So, yeah. The first song that I made was I Need Peace. And I made this song because I wanted and yearned for peace that entire time I was making Lone Driver. So I came up with that, and I thought to myself, I'm like, where is this gonna fit? And I'm like, this has to be the first one, because this is gonna be the first song they're gonna hear. This is the first thing they're gonna feel, and by they I mean anybody listening to the album. So, um, yeah, I gave myself permission to feel and to express that, and that's a huge part of what carries that song. Just those three words, I need peace. I should have called it I want peace, but it's kind of like a cry for help in a very sentimental yet controlled way. So that song is really important to me for that reason. The second track, Lost My Mind. Lost My Mind, it goes so far away from I Need Peace, because it's like it goes from I Need Peace to Lost My Mind. Like, that's I think feel like that's a huge shift in the album, and it's like this is the other side of me, and this is what I like. I start to feel like a ball of electricity, a ball of energy that's just going around, and sometimes I get faced with difficult decisions and I don't know what to do, and I feel like I've lost my mind. Like, I don't know, life is very crazy just from my point of view, but I mean, you just got to make the best of it. So even though I've lost my mind, I've gained some acceptance into being like, hey, sometimes I'm gonna feel like I'm losing my mind, but I'm gonna keep my composure because I need peace. I deserve peace. And that's what I've learned throughout the process of creating and being an artist, and um, being a student of life. Because there's a lot to learn. Nobody can know everything, and it's all about, your experiences, and sometimes you'll feel a certain way, and then once you start to understand why you're feeling that way and what that means and how to come to terms with that, I feel like that's a huge step to make in life. The third song, Zones Unknown. This song was meant to be a mystery. Even I didn't know what it was after I made it. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Should I put this on the album or not? And I initially made a longer version that was like 5 minutes long. Hey, maybe I'll be able to hear that version, maybe not. We'll see. But I really do feel like that song was a mystery in itself, and to find the beauty in mystery and even like the airiness in the song, and being like, hey, I'm not gonna know everything, but I'm willing to go out of my comfort zone into zones unknown. Zone, don't let me into my zone. Jay-Z, please don't copyright me. but yeah, Zones Unknown. It's a very mysterious song, and I wanted it that way, for real. Track number 4, Homestead. Homestead is kind of like Zones Unknown. They're both mystery songs, but at the same time, Homestead is like, which side of mystery do you want it to be? Because I named this song Homestead because like a homestead is a place of like security and building from the ground up, which is kind of what people have to do. People of different backgrounds, different situations, and I feel like being a person of, well, not a person of, but a person who's been through conflict. I'm not a person of conflict because I don't hold on to conflict, and I don't dwell on it as much as I used to. But I feel like having that security is important, and to feel secure in an unknown and mysterious place, and that's what this song talks about. But when you go through the dark side of the mystery, it's really interesting to get into. It can be scary, but at least you figured something out. I called this Homestead because of the Homestead area right outside of Pittsburgh, yeah. And sometimes when you're out there at night, I know what it's like out at night. I used to work out there, but it's very ominous, and it can be very. It's very murky, just sense. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just speaking from my experience, but at Homestead being a place of stability, yet also it can be murky, where it's like there's duality throughout this entire song, and that's what I love about it. It's like you guys see both sides. You can see both sides, honestly, and yeah. I initially wanted to put this song out as a single, but I was like, no, this is one whole thing. I wanted to share this song first with y'all, but I was like, nah, let me hold off. So Homestead, I love all these songs, but Homestead was a really, really good experience for me. Number 6, Summer Crescendo. Man, I took a lot of influence from Taraxo and Batida. Those are subgenres of Afro-Portuguese electronica music, and I listen to a lot of great artists from there, Nydia, DJ Lycox, DJ Nigga Fox. Yeah, they're great, and I listen to them through my journey in finding music, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for. I kind of wanted to go for like an island type banger, but also like something that's gonna pull you in, like, and keep you invested. Hopefully, and not everybody's gonna like it, but it's something that I gravitate to. So I'm like, if somebody else can feel what I'm putting down, that's a success. So it's like the song is like a constant swelling. It keeps bringing you back. It goes all different kinds of places, and I love it. It was a joy making that song, and I really, really, really want to keep making more upbeat songs like that. But whatever I'm feeling, and if I'm in the mood to make a song, it'll be there. So the swelling can be a little overwhelming. It was for me at first when I made this song, but yeah, I think that this song is very fun, and I wanted to make a dance song, so that's what I did. So yeah, I really love Summer Crescendo. Freezing, the interlude. That will always, even though it's not like necessarily like a song, and it's just like a drifting, like it just drifts. I don't know. I'm not that's the best dance that I can do, sitting down. But yeah, seriously, that poem I read, that's a very deep poem that I had to put out, and at the end, those final words, those were my affirmations. And sometimes I get sidetracked and I don't say them every day, but I try to say them at least a few times a week. Like, I think it's really important to just look in the mirror and say to yourself, like, I'm gonna be fine, because I'm here right now, and I've been through some stuff, and I'll keep continuing. Everybody has the ability to do something. Everybody matters. You matter. This is from Demetrius Harmon. He's awesome. If you want to go check his merch out, it's phenomenal, and it feels so comfortable. So yeah, that song, it's not even a song. I don't know why I keep saying that, but yeah, I really loved just putting my vocals on there. And I'm not a vocalist, but you never know. So yeah, that's a really important thing for me. I had to do that one for me, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Next song, Controls. Controls, I wanted to make like a rock type song that had the type of swelling that Summer Crescendo did, but Controls is very brash, and it's a very I feel like it's a very angry song. I made it when I was really angry, and it's okay to be angry, and as long as you let that out in a productive way and you're not hurting others, that's totally fine. And it gives you the ability to recollect yourself. So that's what I made with this song, and I'm really grateful for it. It's all over the place, and sometimes it's all right to be all over the place, because while these songs are the best I can do as of now, I'm gonna keep getting better. There's no choice for me. Bandit Boy. Bandit Boy is a very chase scene song. I wanted to I wanted to make like a, I don't know if this is correct, but like Prince of Persia, like going through the rooftops type beat, and I made it. It was very short. I also like Zones Unknown. There's a second part to it. We'll see if y'all get to hear that one. Um, yeah, Bandit Boy is a very mischievous song and a very it was a very fun song for me to make, and yeah, it was just in the moment, like I didn't know what I made, but at the end of it I was like, this is something special. So I kept it, and I was like, this is gonna go like right after Controls, which is like a very brash and very angry song. And I'm like, let's sprinkle in a little mischief there. Yeah. So that's what I did. And Bandit Boy is Bandit Boy is pretty good mischief song in my opinion. Lily's song. Lily's song is a song of hope and a song of comfort. And I named this song after my two friends. I have two friends named Lily. There's more, but two Lilies in my life that are very important. One is Lily H and Lily C. I'm not gonna give out their last names because who does that? But yeah, they are very supportive, and I support them. And I keep seeing them doing great things, and I was like, they are beacons of light. Like, you ever see that one person that's just like they drive you to be better every day? Like, that's Lily for me. Both Lilies, Lily H and Lily C. So I made this song as an ode to them, and in that I appreciate their friendship. So yeah, Lily, if you're watching this, I love you, and you're awesome. Song number 10, Forest Green. I was in my backyard making this song, and it just jumped out at me. Like, I was just looking around for some inspirations, and I just saw nature, and I wanted to look at the very fun side of it. Like, people on Twitter are like, oh, y'all should go touch some grass. Like, but seriously, like, in some instances, like, it's pretty cool. Like, grass is everywhere and you may step on it all the time, but like, the fact that the fact that nature keeps going regardless is just amazing. And nature is full of so many flowers and animals and just ecosystems. It's unbelievable. So Forest Green is kind of like the fun side of, just be one with the earth. Like, seriously, like we gotta take care of the earth. So make sure you recycle, make a small garden if you have time. I'm not an environmental. I am a environmentalist. Goof. But I try my best to conserve and everything. So it's important to do your research and help the world out any way you can, because that's what's affecting us. It really is. So Forest Green is me saying I love the world for what it is, even though it's not perfect, even though there are poisonous animals and poisonous plants. Like, the world is awesome depending on how you look at it. So I looked at it from a positive viewpoint and made that song. So yeah, Never Fade Away. This song was very personal to me because in 2020 I wasn't doing so great. I think we can all agree in 2020 the world wasn't doing all that great. So one of my affirmations was that I will never fade away, and I made that a reality all the way up to now. And I'm gonna keep that because with everything that I've experienced in my life, it's up to the point where it's like I have no choice but to keep getting better. And you know, it's not about getting acceptance from people, it's about getting acceptance from yourself, because the only person you have to ask permission for personal growth is yourself. Because I think that, you know, fading away is letting yourself go and not trying things and staying in a box, even though it's very tempting to stay in a comfort zone. You gotta venture into zones unknown. Aha! I made a reference to one of the songs I made. That's crazy. But yeah, I think that's how you grow, and that's how you expand on your legacy as a person, is to, you know, keep trying whatever it is you're passionate about. Seek something that you might never thought that you had the passion for. And that's how people gain hobbies, and that's how we become personable, is getting out into the world. And Never Fade Away was me telling myself I'm not going to stay in a bubble forever. So I'm going to go out and do my best, and I'm never going to fade away. So that song is very deep and very personal to me. So yeah. And then the finale, the last song. Oh man, Knick Knack Rocket with Special K. First time I ever had a feature. So, story of this song, I produced this song a year ago. I was gonna put it on an extended version of Lone Driver, but I scrapped that idea altogether. I was like, I'm gonna leave Lone Driver how it is. So I did that, and I played it for my sibling, Special K, and she was like, can I write something to this? And I'm like, go ahead. And then there was that song, and you know, the beat itself, like, I really love. But then when Special K put her vocals on there and made it even more special, it was like, this has to be the closing statement of this album. And you know, she did it eloquently, and she's an amazing artist and puts her all into everything that she does, and that's why I admire, not just as a sibling but as a person. And you know, it goes back to, that's how we grow, by giving it our all, and you know, really digging deep and pushing through adversity, you know, whatever it takes, because we want to, because it's very easy to stay in a box, but it's even more rewarding to get out there and project your voice and live through your passions. I think that Knick Knack Rocket is just a magical song. I couldn't have done it without Special K. I couldn't have put this. I couldn't have put this album out without Special K. So, Special K, if you're watching this, you're amazing. Keep doing you, and I love you. Yeah. So that was my wrap up of Time Flies. I hope that y'all really enjoy this album because I enjoyed making it, and I feel like the underlying message is having patience, giving yourself acceptance, and being willing to venture out and try new things and meet all kinds of people. And yeah, that's what I did aside from the music. So again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit a hundred subscribers. I know that sounds minuscule, but you know, confidence is key. Um, so yeah, that'll be it for me. I really hope you enjoy the album. I can't tell you how much I appreciate every person that listens to it and every person that gives me a chance to grow, especially myself. I'm thanking myself for allowing myself to do this and to keep going forward. So that'll be everything for me. I'm out.